I'm standing in the amazing Quay Tower at 50 Bridge Park Drive on the foot of Brooklyn Bridge Park. My challenge today is to make 2 cocktails, drawing inspiration from elements of the apartment and the neighborhood. Here we go. I'm Seth. I'm a real estate agent with a passion for cocktailing. The first thing I notice when I'm in the kitchen is I'm surrounded by all this beautiful wood, right? There's wide oak flooring, there's French oak on the cabinets, and then on the cabinets themselves, we have smoked bronze hardware. The drink that I decided to make is gonna be an old fashioned. I got Maker's Mark 46. This is really great. It's bourbon. Bourbon is rested in oak casks, so we got the whole connection with the oak. The beauty of 46 is it's actually rested in French oak. And when we look at these cabinets, these are French oak. That's gonna add a little bit of the sweetness, and then we're gonna go for a smoky detail with Mezcal. When I also look around this apartment, I see a lot of earth tones. Earth tones are great. It's very warm, it's got browns, it's got tans, and just like the Mezcal, Mezcal is made with the hearts of the agave plant, are roasted in a conical pit in the ground for like 3 to 7 days. So it's really cool. It's gonna come out warm and earthy and all of that, all right? This is an organic Raw Blue Agave Nectar. And then we're gonna use Angostura bitters. This is one of the oldest bitters known. So we're gonna start by getting an orange peel. So we're gonna take the Y peeler and just pull a peel. Like such. So then with the pith side up, that's the white side, I'm gonna put that at the bottom of my glass. And then I'm gonna go with the Angostura bitters. I want like 4 good shots of this, just like that. And then I'm gonna have a spoon of the agave nectar. My spoon is about 1/4 of an ounce, so if you're using a jigger and you wanna make sure, you can do 1/4 of an ounce. I'm gonna put it right in there, and I'm gonna dump it in. Now what I want to do is I want to coat the bottom of this glass with these 3 ingredients, kind of spin that around. Now, spirit time. Don't skimp, give yourself a nice 2-ounce pour. Remember, this is your drink, or you're making this for a friend, and you want it to bite you where it counts. So I'm going to put 2 ounces full. Now, because we just want a little accent of the Mezcal, we're not going to go with 2, we're going to go with 1 ounce of the Mezcal. Again, I'm going to go right up to the top with that. So now we've got that in there. That's the base of the drink. I'm now gonna put my ice. If I put the ice first and I start putting all my ingredients in, it's gonna start melting right away, and I don't want that, right? I want an old fashioned to be chilled. I don't want it to be freezing cold, and I definitely don't want it to be watery. So I'm gonna kind of fill up this whole glass with these guys. I wanna get the right amount of dilution, and now I'm gonna stir this around. Remember, I wanna keep the outside of the spoon on the inside of the glass and spin that around. I'm gonna go about 30 to 50 times with this. I don't want this drink to be freezing. I just want it to be cool, and I wanna get the right amount of melt in there. Now I'm just gonna let that cook for a minute. As you can see here, it's a nice 2¼ inch square cube. I'm gonna drop that into my glass. It's gonna keep your drink cold, but it's not gonna water it down. What I wanna do is I wanna pour this right over the top of the ice cube slowly. Nice, beautiful, earthy colors. And now what I want to do is I want to garnish this drink. I'm going to take another peel of orange, right? And now within the orange itself, you're going to have all these citrus oils. So oranges, lemons, limes, grapefruits, etc. And what we want to do is we want to spray that over the drink so that we get this nose of orange, right? It's not really going to affect the flavor of the drink, but when you bring it up to your nose, you're gonna get this really nice, kind of bright, fresh scent on your nose. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my, my peel. I'm gonna show you in the light how this works. That is what you're gonna get on your drink. Now, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna do this over my drink, right? I'm just gonna pinch it over there. Like that. Oh man, you can smell that already. It's awesome. And so then I'm gonna take the oils that are still on the peel itself, and I'm gonna go around the rim of my glass. I wanna twist this up a little bit. I'm gonna do that over the drink so I get some more of those oils. Nice twist. And I'm gonna garnish it like that. All right, so that's a Quay Old Fashioned. You can see the recipe in the description below. So for the second cocktail, I'm taking my inspiration from the neighborhood. From the view out of the kitchen windows here, which is literally like just a wall of glass, I see the Brooklyn Bridge, there's the Freedom Tower, and to my left is the Statue of Liberty. When I think of the next drink, I wanted to create a drink where if the Statue of Liberty was a cocktail, what would it be? And it's gonna be this drink. So what I wanna do is I wanna make a classic gin martini. I'm gonna use Spring 44 gin. This is an American gin. What an awesome company. This is small batch, a labor of love. This comes out of Colorado from a distillery in Loveland. And the water from this comes from 9,000 feet above sea level in Estes Park. I've been there many times. The water is magical. This stuff is amazing. So we need New York Harbor, right? We gotta start with that as the base. So for New York Harbor, I'm gonna use butterfly pea flower. This stuff is a flower that is used for dyes. It turns everything blue. It's really cool. I've got some olives here. I've soaked them in water to get rid of the olive brine. So we're gonna have the same tools basically. We're just gonna add a tea strainer. We're gonna need that to strain out the tea after we do the infusion. This is about 12 ounces, 14 ounces. I'm gonna fill this up about halfway. Depends on how many drinks you wanna make. This cocktail is gonna be 3.5 ounces of liquor. So it's gonna be pretty strong. Then I'm gonna grab some of the pea flower and drop it in there. I like a little bit more than a handful, I think. A couple pinches. A couple pinches is good. Now, it's gonna take about 10 minutes to infuse. Just gonna kind of swirl that around a little bit. And you can see it start turning blue. And we're just gonna let it sit. Okay, we're back from our nap and it's time to strain the gin. And we're just gonna strain that through. As you can see, it's like beautifully blue now. And then we just discard this stuff, we don't need that. So what we wanna do is we want 3.5 ounces. If you wanna go heavy, go 4 ounces, whatever you wanna do. I'm gonna put that in my mixing glass, so I'm gonna go right up to the top there. Okay, looks pretty cool. Nice and blue. I've got my coupe glass in the fridge. I'm pre-chilling that, so when the drink comes out, we got a nice cold glass to put it in. Now, unlike the Old Fashioned, we want this to be really cold. So we're gonna stir this until it's frosty cold. Just like the last one, we're gonna fill this guy all the way up with ice. All right, so now we're ready to stir. Put that spoon in. Remember the technique, back of the spoon inside the glass. Now that's really pretty, right? So we're gonna just stir away. Well, I want this to get really cold because it's a martini. Plus, this is all spirit. And so when you have all spirit, you wanna have a nice amount of dilution so that you get all the flavor. So what happens is a spirit is like a park on a sunny day and everything is in bloom and it's awesome, but it doesn't really, it's missing something. And then you get that quick rain shower and suddenly everything smells amazing. Same thing with a spirit. Once you add ice, you stir it around. All right, so we're gonna get our glass. Classic, elegant, beautiful. All right, so now we're just gonna pour that in. Okay, now for the Statue of Liberty, right? So I'm gonna take my olives, and as we know, the Statue of Liberty is made out of copper. So I've got a copper skewer here, but the Statue of Liberty is covered in green. So let's cover it in green, right? So we're gonna take our olives, skewer them up. Let's go with like 3. All right, copper covered in green and cool with blue. And that is the extra dry Liberty Martini. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Before I end the show, I kind of want to have my crew come and try these drinks. Tommy, Adrian, come on over. Try them. Let everybody at home know what you think.
All right, let's do it. Looks good. Looks amazing. Woo! Oh, this is great. Wow. I wish you guys could smell smell this. Like this is, it's phenomenal. You smell it? Wow.
Now you're making me want to try that. Can I get in on the action?
Get in on it, dude.
Awesome.
Hello?
Yeah, you're just in time.
Wow, that is like an old fashioned. This one?
Quay Old Fashioned.
This is nice and smoky.
Yeah.
I came to grab a water, but.
And you
I remember talking and I was like, oh, okay, like, they're done.
Okay, so these were the two drinks. We got the Quay Old Fashioned, we got an extra dry Liberty Martini. The recipes are in the description below. If anybody has any comments, please leave them. If there's a drink you'd like to see me make in the future, or if one of these you like better than the others, please let me know. You can find out more information about Quay Tower and Brooklyn Heights in the description. Thanks very much. See you guys next time.